All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have 355 stories. Look them up; they're fun. Patrol, exploding bodies, you'll love them. They're my babies. Now we're doing a new thing. Now, you ask me questions, and I'll answer them. You want to question me? Give me a question. Email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. We have over 50. We're doing really good. The last question was, have I ever worked with, or ever worked with female officers? This is the second story. Okay. So I lost my other female partner, and I worked for about 4 months with men, and then I got another female, okay? And she's a little different. The first one was very aggressive, kind of a bigger girl. This was a smaller girl. And so, even with a smaller officer, you're concerned about their safety, but then again, when you have a smaller officer, they're men, and a lot of times the smaller officers I found are either, used to be wrestlers or weightlifters, or, because they're smaller, they've done different kinds of sports. So I had a different officer, and the first officer I had lady officer was not married. She was single and all that. This one was married to an officer. So she'd been around a few years, and very sharp, college degree and all that good stuff. And so we since I had a really good experience with the first female partner, it bled over to this female partner. And so she was given to me because she knew anything about gangs, and I was one of the senior guys, and my old lady partner became a senior gal, teaching guys too about gangs. So one night we come to work, and the lieutenant says, "Hey, will you have a ride-along?" Where I went, "Oh, ride-along, great. I hate ride-alongs. Back in the other cop stores, I had a commander that rode with us. I had, you hate that because you feel like they're monitoring your work or they're auditing you or something, okay? Well, it was an LA Times reporter. LA Times, kind of the enemy of the police department, okay? I won't say they are liberal. And if they had their way, they probably wish that all laws would be outlawed and everybody could do whatever they want. That's the ultimate goal of, I think, of the ACLU and liberal media, is that everybody's fine and no one should be arrested for anything. Anyway, so they said he was going to do a piece on gang enforcement. He wanted to ride along, and so I said, okay. And then of course they got us off to the side and said, watch yourself, because they'll write anything and just do what your job, then you'll be fine. I said, okay, fine. There's nothing to hide. We just show them what we do. This is what we do. It's all legal, and then it's like, oh, this is what we do. Okay, so they got in the back, and of course he's got a million questions, which is fine, about gangs, which is nice that he's focused on that. He's not asking like some of these investigations you see nowadays going on with the government, but they want to ask this, but they're over here doing something else, And it was I'll give him credit for that. He wanted to know about gang violence, what we did, how we do it, where we go, when we go, and all that. And then he got interested in the female-male partnerships. He's asked questions about how does it feel to work with him, how does it feel to work with her. And so we're just driving along, and I can't do police work while we're doing this. So I'm just going up and down the main boulevard because he wants a question and answer period, which we could have done at the station. But he wanted to get out in the car, and I guess he wanted to get out there, So you go home and tell his pot-smoking, wine-swilling friends that he's out there in a police car. That's what I think these people do. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, so anyway, you can tell I'm a policeman talking this stuff. Anyway, so I said, well, now we're going to, he says, well, I kind of want to see what you guys do. I said, okay, because I can't really answer questions while we're doing this stuff. So would you mind stopping for a little while and asking questions, and we'll go out and do some police work? Oh, okay, fine. So he got real quiet because I think he knows a good thing when he sees one. I mean, how many times you be able to get a ruse reporter in a backseat of a police car? Not very often. And even then, even now. So they want to see what's going on. So there's no video cameras in those like they are now with cops and all these different TV shows. So we went into what they call the government housing project. We call them the projects. So the government housing area was a lot of gang activity in there. So we're rolling there, and we see like 3 guys standing. One throws down a baggie of pot. It was a felony then. So we jump out, we grab, we put them all, we line them up, and we're searching them. And I know this guy was taking pictures. I knew he had a camera, so he's taking pictures. So she cupped one, and we're searching the other, and she's picking up the dope, putting it in the bag, and everything's what we do all the time anyway. Running for warrants. One guy was clean, let him go. The other guy had a small ticket warrant, hooked him up. And then we call for another unit because we don't have room in the police car. Okay, too many people here. Okay, so another black and white kid. Would you take these guys to the station? We'll meet you there. And okay, fine. So then we go to the station. Of course, all the way to the station, he's asking, which is okay. Even though he's a reporter, he is a citizen. He's a citizen with a vote, pays taxes. He should be, to a certain point, we can answer his questions. Obviously, anything that might be confidential or secret, like vice and narcotics, we're not going to do. But patrols, and gangs. So he asked, well, what's our probable cause for stopping him? All that stuff. Why do we do here? And I told him, because we have gang activity. And I said, did you see the stop? Yeah. What did you see when we first pulled up? Well, I saw him throw it on the ground. Well, that's what we saw. I said, this isn't that complicated. He goes, yeah, it's kind of simple. Yeah, it's very simple. They usually see us, they get crazy, so we're in a black and white, and they throw it down, and it's over. Either it's a gun or dope. Oh, interesting. So he's writing all this stuff down, you know. I think he was pretty excited about it. So anyway, I know he was. So we get in the station, and then he's making phone calls to his buddies or whatever, I'm sure, one of his bosses, and he comes back and says, well, I'm done. I got enough. This is great. I'm going to write a nice article. Thank you. Okay, fine. He says, and by the way, I'm going to look for one of the pictures to put in the paper for you guys. What? He goes, yeah, I took some photos when you made that stop. Oh, okay, fine. So I'm not here for that. We're here to do police work. Okay, so he left. Then it came out how'd it go. I told him. He goes, okay, good. Then about, I don't know, a month later, there was an article in the editorial about, gang activity, and almost everything we told him was in this article, which is pretty neat. He wrote in some neat stuff in there about his observations and threw in an article, a good long paragraph about the camaraderie with the male and female officers and how they both were married to, one was married to an officer, but they both really work well together, and they're very professional. It actually was a pretty good article for being the enemy, we call it, the Times, And of course, it was a picture of us. I think I still have that upstairs. Picture of her and I, interviewing some guys, and that's that stop that was made. So that's kind of neat. That's a long time ago. The picture's all kind of fading a little bit, but so okay. So that's one incident with her. And give me one more little one here, and give me some time here. I think I know enough time for another one with her. Okay, not another female. Pretty good. Okay, again, she's small, so you're concerned about her. Okay, we made a traffic stop around Westwood Village one night. Okay, and they want us to stop people there because they're running over pedestrians. They're jumping curves and doing stupid stuff. Everybody's drunk, and Westwood Village is pretty heavy pedestrian activity there, so they want us to go write some tickets. So we see a car jump a curve, making a turn. People had to jump back, convertible, little BMW. 2 people in it, male driver, female passenger. A couple of Caucasian couple, which, again, I think I probably arrested in 35 years 10 white people. I don't get around white people that much because I'm in minority areas. I'm a minority. I work in minority areas. So we pull the car over. When we pull the car over in Westwood Village, there's people, I'm talking hundreds of people walking around there any given weekend night. It's like Saturday night. Well, when we pull people over, we have an audience of maybe 100 people. They're all lined up on the sidewalk watching because there's restaurants and outdoor stuff, theaters. This is the live show. You don't have to go anywhere. They're all just stopped. So she was in charge of the contact, and when the way the guy was driving, we probably figured he was drunk driver. Okay, so he's in a suit. She's dressed really nice. Tops down the convertible. Step out of the car, sir. Okay, so talk to my partner, and he's getting out like this, Little guy. Little mean, like 5'9", 5'8", 140 pounds, Okay, we call that little man syndrome. Okay, Napoleonic syndrome, whatever you want to call it. See, up on the curb. Now, remember people that are standing and watch us are only a few feet away, maybe 6 feet away. They're backing away so they can, and they're watching live, man. You got police officers. Wow, how much better does this get, And it's also unique because the ladies in the squad are all talking like this, and they're pointing to my partner because it's a female partner. Those days, the early 80s, not a lot of females on the job. So whenever they see a female, they get kind of, oh, look at that. Okay. We just got tasers issued to us. Okay. So she, being a little lady, she decided she wanted to carry the taser, and we have a little side pocket just in case. So, okay, fine. Okay, so the other suspect or girl is sitting in the car. She's looking back, And so she says, sir, I'm going to give you a field sobriety exam. I think you've been drinking. He goes, I ain't taking no exam from any C-U-N-T. Okay? He yells it really loud. And when he said that, you could hear some people going, oh. And when I heard that, I reached down like this, and I pull out my nightstick. I said, okay, we're going to go to town here. He's a little like, She goes, oh, really? And she goes, wham! I shot him with his cigarette. And it was nighttime, okay? So you don't see this on television very much, but you shoot somebody, if you see a taser up close and personal at nighttime with limited lighting, there's blue electricity going through the wires, okay? And of course, as soon as you shoot them, there's a distinct sound because there's an explosive that shoots out the barbs, okay? So it's like kind of like a muffled gunshot kind of thing, like a large firecracker. Pow! And then you hear the and the next thing you hear is a screaming, right? It's like pow, the wire crackling, and then you hear from the guy that just got shot, okay? So he goes down immediately, and she's yelling, roll, I ain't doing, and you can just hit the juice again. You don't have to shoot it again because you have two cartridges, just you have a switch for one or the other. You just give it more juice. I said, roll over, and then the passenger starts to get out of the car, and this guy's finally is on his face. takes a step out of the car, and I got my baton. I reach my baton. I go, "Do you want some of this?" And she goes, "No, sir. Get in that car and shut up." She sits back in her car. She wanted nothing to do with this, man. You watched your boyfriend get electrocuted, and now I got this big Mexican standing with a nightstick. No, she goes, "I wasn't going to do anything to her. It's a little gal with a prom dress on or whatever else she had on." Anyways, just a little intimidation there. Okay, I put it back in the ring. So now I look over, and she's already down there, man, cuffing him. And you hear women, everybody's talking. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, so when you taser somebody, I get my radio. We have radios now. I call my supervisor, and so we get him up, walk him over to our police car, and you know, and he says, "Yeah, I'll sue you guys." I said, "Just shut up, okay?" And now I'm looking at him. I've got my face right here, you know. Just shut up. And he's looking, you know. See, he gets real fussy, didn't he, in front of a woman? And now he's in front of a man. He calmed right down, didn't he? He looked at me like, "Oh man," okay. He thought, "Oh, I got the wrong guy here," okay. So then, supervisor pulls up. Ex-Korean veteran, 20 years in the job, used to work SWAT. He don't take no crap out of nobody. He walks up. We told him what happened. He goes, "Okay." He goes, and I was going to be a supervisor eventually, so I wanted to see what he's doing. He goes, "Well, I'm going to go ahead," and he tells us, "I'm going to go ahead," because he wants us to become supervisors, which ultimately we did. "I'm going to go talk to some witnesses and see what happened." Not that I'm saying you didn't do this, but it's good for, if he's going to sue us, to have witnesses to say, this is what happened. Okay, so I'm leaning over watching, because she's taking care of him. She's taking some notes and stuff. And he goes, "Hey, did anybody see what happened?" Everybody saw what happened, okay? So he sees a couple, "Oh, we did." He goes, "What do you think?" And then the guy goes, "Oh, man." He says, he said that C word to that officer. Oh, that was not good. And then a couple of people go, I'm listening, they go, "Oh, no." The women are going, "That's not good." I said, "Yeah, that's not good." He goes, "You think she should have shot him?" "Oh, yeah." The women all said that. The guys are kind of going, but the women are going, "Yeah, he should have done it. You can't say that to a woman." Oh my God, especially a woman officer, because remember, in those days, there wasn't very many women officers. I can't stress that anymore. We had 20 guys in our unit, one lady. We had two. Got one and the other one. That's it. So it's very rare. So to see that, they were like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that." It's pretty good. So he's taking some notes, and we come back in, and he says, "Okay, he says, what are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I'm going to run." So she wasn't been drinking, the lady passenger, so we got her permission to her to take the car, and then gave him a DUI exam. He flunked, and he blew like a mid-teen breathalyzer. So he was done, you know. And we just put him in the car, and just in case, because we didn't take off the barbs, with the wires. So it gets in the back seat with her, and she's got the wires. She's sitting like this, holding the taser, and then I'm getting ready to go in, and I can hear her say, "I got the juice here, sir. You make one move, I'm going to juice you." "Oh, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm okay." He just learned his lesson, man. He got the snot shot out of him twice. He did not like that at all. Okay. So after that, he was quiet. We took him to the jail, and the jail doctor took out the barbs, and we booked him in. He was, docile as a little cat sitting on your lap. He just kept looking over at us. And he kept looking at me, because I was the one that got face to face with him. He was kind of looking at her, but he was looking at me because I was the one that got right on it. I mean, literally almost touched his nose. That's how I was looking at him, to tell him to shut up. But so that was my second lady officer, and very sharp. I didn't have her very long, not like the other one. I had her for about 3 months, and then I moved on and promoted, and then she promoted also. We both, right after me, she went to detectives, and I went to detectives. So that's my encounter with females as partners. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.